Hello, good morning. Happy Saturday. Are you up and moving and grooving just yet? Okay, we're starting off with lots of blue skies, beautiful over Herman Park through the Med Center this morning. However, even though it is dry for the start of the day, I am expecting rain this afternoon. So your first weather headline today, heavy downpours possible this afternoon. Drier and sunny as we get into Sunday and Monday. In fact, temperatures I think tomorrow and Monday will be more into the upper 90s. It's going to get a little bit warmer. And tropics, I'm going to talk a lot about the tropics. They're staying very active, which it's the peak of hurricane season, so they should be, but boy, the Atlantic basin really is. Active radar right now offshore, so not much rain across the area. We are dry this Saturday morning, so that's the good news. I'll zoom in because we do have some offshore activity. Notice still even in Galveston, the Seawall Boulevard into the Bolivar Peninsula, we are dry. So keep that in mind, throughout the next couple of hours. We are going to see mostly sunny skies, partly cloudy conditions, and overall mostly dry conditions. I take you northwest. This is where we saw some stronger thunderstorms yesterday, but not so much the case. Beautiful this morning. So live look over the Med Center. Again, blue skies out the door for your Saturday. It's really calm even heading into the Med Center. It's always nice on a Saturday morning. However, Herman Park may get busy for the first part of the day because it's dry. Second part of the day could turn messy. Let's talk about your weekend timeline. Today, I'll keep a 40% chance for some of those scattered downpours this afternoon. I think only a 20 for your Sunday and Monday. Again, we trend drier with temperatures more into the mid to upper 90s. Once we take the rain away, it's not going to limit how far our temperatures could climb. Notice yesterday, we only hit a high of 89. Not bad. In fact, yesterday afternoon, dare I say, it was comfortable. It was really, really nice, especially once the sun was setting. So 89 was our official high yesterday afternoon. Take a look at the rain, though. Almost an inch of rain at the big airport. So we had some really heavy downpours. Today, I think we could pick up maybe a quarter to about a half an inch of rain, but all in all, that will be about it. Live look outside, temperatures around 77 right now. That's 4 degrees cooler compared to yesterday. That's 77, and the feels like temperature at 78, just about the same. So again, it's just about the same there. We're about 4 degrees, again, cooler than yesterday at this time. Notice the winds, though, out of the northeast. That's nice for this time of the year. No flood risk for today. That's good news. Yesterday, we were at that level 1. That's why some of those downpours were a little bit heavier. So let me get our future track fired up here this morning. At lunchtime, notice we're still mainly under partly to mostly cloudy skies. I would give a 20% chance at noon of an isolated shower. Once you get into 2 o'clock this afternoon, this is when that 30% chance picks up. And by 3 o'clock, there's your 40%. That's where widely scattered downpours will be possible. Continuing to move out for the evening hours. And then check out your Sunday. Not bad. If you have Sunday plans, get outside. Should be actually a pretty nice day tomorrow. It's just going to be hot. So lots of sunshine, but high heat for your Sunday and your Monday. Getting into Tuesday, we're actually going to start to see some of those daily downpours kick back in. So here, really across the central part of the country into the East Coast, we're talking lots of rain chances. West Coast, smack dab under a big area of high pressure. Look at the active heat alerts that are in place. So Phoenix and Tucson in Arizona under an extreme heat warning. Southern California under that extreme heat warning. So even though it's hot here, much hotter for the West Coast right now. Really active heat alerts, and those are areas that it's actually hard to even see heat alerts take effect. Erin is now post-tropical. That's why you see that low, and there's not anything else to track with Erin. It has turned post-tropical, and it's moving away from the U.S., so not going to impact anyone else. Now notice this wave, it has a 100% chance of developing. This is what will become Fernan. Do you see the red? The center of circulation is where the X is. All the energy is expected to tug right into Bermuda. So this will be the next probably tropical storm, potentially even today. I mean, it has the National Hurricane Center has a 100% chance over the next 2 days and within the next 7 days. So that's probably going to happen very quickly. And then notice the wave that's taking a little bit more of a southerly path. It's weakening. It lost a lot of its steam. I think it's moving into some upper level wind shear. So now it's down to a 20% chance. If you were watching yesterday, I had a 40% chance, and then that continued to drop. If you're keeping track of the 2025 Atlantic Basin names, Fernan will be the next name on the list, and then Gabrielle. So notice Erin, even though now it's post-tropical, last weekend, it did turn Cat 5 briefly, which is the highest that it can be. Temperatures today expected to go into the mid-90s. As far as the morning goes, we are starting off dry. Most of these showers and a few of those thunderstorms will actually kick in for the afternoon today. And then getting into your Sunday, isolated, I would give a 20% chance at most. So most of you just stay dry for your Sunday, dry for your Monday as well. And then getting into next week. Next week, we kick off that wet weather pattern yet again. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Notice how every single day we'll be tracking those daily downpours. Today, I think on average, we'll pick up anywhere from about a quarter to a half inch of rain. But if you're just waking up and tuning in, again, good morning. It's your Saturday morning. We are starting off dry. This is a live look at the radar. So not anything to show you early. That's the good news. All the activity is just offshore. I'll show you some of the lightning. It does show me that, yeah, there's some energy to work with. It's just not across the area. A bulk of this is really just offshore into the Gulf. So some of this is with that frontal boundary, and that's going to kind of stall out. Now that will help to initialize some thunderstorms. So if you're anywhere, let's say from the Bolivar Peninsula into Galveston, from Freeport into Matagorda County, you may start to see some thunderstorms develop right along the immediate coast, but really that would be about it. Otherwise, you've got a nice dry start, easy start to your Saturday morning. Over the next couple of days, rain chances actually drop, so that's the good news. Live look outside over the Med Center. Beautiful here for your Saturday morning. Temperature-wise, you're in the mid-90s later this afternoon. What you're going to notice here over the next couple of hours is you'll start to see a few clouds kind of build in, those little cumulus clouds, those little popcorn clouds. And then once we get past our lunchtime hour, that's when most of those thunderstorms will fire up. Tomorrow, we really trend much drier. I think most of your Sunday, it's just going to be hot and it's going to be humid, but you'll stay mostly dry. And then getting into your Monday forecast, notice about a 20% chance for that isolated shower. Temperatures, though, will go back to 96. What's interesting, our average for this time of the year is 95 degrees. So it's usually supposed to be hot for this time in August. So we were below average with our temperatures yesterday, and I'm actually expecting below average temperatures for today. Not bad for your Saturday if temperatures can stay in the low 90s. Big picture, I'll leave you with one last look on our 7-day forecast. 94 today, 95 tomorrow. We keep it really steady. Notice we're not talking triple digits. I don't think one day is a complete washout, but overall, most of these thunderstorms will just want to fire up for your afternoon hours. Kind of the same old drill where we've been picking up a quarter to a half inch of rain. Maybe next week, more like that isolated inch or so, kind of like what we saw last night. Overall, though, I hope you have a great Saturday, and we'll continue to keep you posted right here at KHOU.